Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be working on the 150R. So I've got some sweet new tires that I need to put on instead of these rain tires. This got me through the wettest conditions I've ever ridden in. They were pretty sweet. I highly recommend trying that at some point. But I've got new slicks going on there, but I've also got brand new suspension tuned by MadLabs. This is set up for my weight and it is set up for the correct height. The ones that are on the bike right now are shortened a little bit too much and they don't give me enough travel mid-corner. They're not terrible, but I think it could absolutely be better. Also, the rear spring, Jim went and hooked me up with a stiffer rear because I am portly at about 200 pounds, so this should help me out with some of that. So we're going to do a few things here. We're going to take these wheels off, get these tires mounted, and while these wheels are off, I'm going to drop the suspension and pull out the rear shock, and we're going to swap all that over, and it's going to be great. We've achieved full hover bike, which means it's time to take the rims and the tires over to Cycle City Motorsports. They are super chill guys. They charge 25 bucks a wheel for these mini tire mounts. Awesome guys, and they get it done within like a day. It's so nice. So highly recommend you check them out. I need to relocate my handguard mounts. They're right over where the forks need to come up, and I might end up flipping the mounts upside down, so I buy myself a little bit more clearance. Looks like I'll just barely have enough clearance to mount the handguards and get to the adjuster on the forks. That's pretty awesome. Well, these handguards definitely look extra goofy now and are really not doing much for my control protection, but generally if I go down it's bar end and less control issue, but I need to find some new mounts for these or potentially some new different handguards that fit better. Get my dirty number plate back on. So I'm going to get the new shock on, so I'm going to take off the seat, plastics, raise the subframe up. Should give us enough space to drop out the old shock and install our new one. Our new lovely shot goes in. So we got our fresh set of PMTs mounted up, and it's always kind of a process putting on these big brake kits on the 12s. They just don't really fit all that well. So the easiest way that I found is to throw one bolt in and get that set up in here. All right, with that in place, you can kind of spin it around and we can get the caliper into the wheel. Like so. Pop in our spacer, our axle, spacer on the other side. And just loosely throw the nut on there so that it's all held in place. Now we can bolt up our caliper. I got some trick titanium bolts from Burnin' at 73 Moto Parts. And with all that in place, now we can start Loctiting our rotor bolts in. I don't want these backing out. Don't crank on these either. I'm just spinning them in. So leaving everything loose, you can kind of align things. If you're getting any drag, you can kind of take care of that by adjusting certain things. I like to get the axle tightened up and then do the brake and then do the rotor bolts. Now comes the fine balancing act of managing the spacers, the chain, the axle, and getting the wheel back installed. Of course, I had to go test out the suspension, and I made it out to the Highway 2 Track Day event. It was amazing. This is the best track day organization in existence. You need to get out there. They do 2 track days a year, both at Horse Thief Mile. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, Jim was there, and he went above and beyond. He adjusted the suspension for me till it was absolutely dialed in, and I was having a great time at the end of the day. I was a little hesitant at the beginning of the day. It was very different from my previous setup, but by the end of the day, I was feeling rock solid. Thanks for hanging out with me in the garage, and I'll see you on the next one.